Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to do something kind of fun. It's going to be a peachy, glowy summertime look. I saw recently our creator did something similar and I just thought it looked super pretty, so I wanted to give it a try with some of the makeup that I have. So if you are new here, welcome. My name is Amanda. I am a mom of soon to be 3 boys and an artist with Seint Beauty, a makeup enthusiast, and just an everyday mom that is usually in a rush and needs to get ready and wants to look her best in the quickest amount of time possible. All right, let's get into it. We're going to do this voiceover style today, and we're going to start with our eyes. I have my base foundation on. I'll list my colors below, but we're going to start with the Lip and Cheek product Frenchie, which is a beautiful peachy coral color, and we're going to go ahead and use that as like a cream eyeshadow base. I'm using the, I believe it's the smudge brush, to just pat that on my lid and give me a nice kind of peachy coral base. Because it's a cream, we are going to make sure we set it with other powders on top so it doesn't crease on us. But it is just a beautiful shade, and it is a lip product, a cheek product, and because it is a matte finish, you can use it as a cream eyeshadow, which is fantastic. We love products we can get multiple uses out of. So just patting it on the other eye. Making sure to get in and above the crease. Looks good to me. Now we're going to be using the Makeup Revolution Soph X palette. This is a really great little palette. I think I purchased it through Ulta. And we're going to be using that light peachy shade to set down our Frenchie and to deepen the color on the outer corner of our eye. For this look, I'm really looking for more of a softer look, no really harsh outer corner colors. I've really been leaning towards a more soft look versus a little bit more contoured, dramatic eye. So it's just adding a little bit of depth on that outer corner and in the crease there. And subsequently also setting down the cream. Doing the other eye. Just building that color up to my liking. It's always great to build color up rather than really go in and pack it on and then have to spend all that time blending it out. If you slowly build your color, you generally give yourself a little bit more of a leg up and it's a little forgiving. Taking a eyeshadow brush and going ahead and just smoothing out my edges, blending out my edges. I am going to add concealer, so if I've made any messes, I'm going to go ahead and fix it. Now I'm using both a shimmery champagne color and a shimmery pink color. I didn't want to go too pink, but I also didn't want to go not pink at all. So by kind of tapping into both of these and pressing them into my lid with my finger, I'm going to achieve that subtle pink lid. I find using my finger with shimmers of any brand is always the best way to get the best color payoff, and it's also really nice to just use your fingers. Okay, now I'm going to kind of dip between that orange and the very dark, almost red orange, and use that to kind of deepen that outer V of my eye. Like I said, I'm not going to go for a harsh contoured look. I'm looking to really just add a slight depth to the outer corner, and I'm using a very small, actually nope, I switched my brush, look at that. I'm going back to my eyeshadow brush with Seint and using the pencil end to go ahead and contour the outer corner. Staying to that outer area, not dragging any of the darkness over to the crease of the eye or within the other portions of my eye, because I want to really make sure that the middle and center of my eye stay nice and bright, and that any dark color I'm adding stays right to the outer corner. Eyeshadow honestly is mostly blending, just taking the time to blend things out, and you know, be forgiving with yourself. If you go a little low, just know that your concealer can clean it up. I'm adding a bit of a smudge of brown liner in my waterline. I believe this one is by Estee Lauder. Does that happen to anybody else? You do your waterline and it transfers immediately to your lower lash line. It's super annoying, and it almost always happens to me, at least with one eye. We are taking that color on the lid and the lower lid, so it's not that big of a deal. And again, I haven't added my concealer, so I can always fix my mistake. Taking a tiny pencil brush, this one's by Morphe, just to smudge out that brown liner and add some shadow to the lower lash line. Let's put some mascara on. I'm using Tarte Lash Paint here. And back to our shadow here. I jumped around a little bit just so you didn't have to watch me apply mascara. I am just adding that light orange color that we added right over our lip and cheek Frenchie to the lower lid to kind of add some depth and smoke. I love these little tiny pencil brushes by Morphe. They're so precise, and you'll see me in just a little bit use that also to do my lip liner. Going in with my blend brush, this is my foundation brush. I'm taking my concealer shade, which is White Peach, and I'm going to go ahead and clean up under my eye and brighten up. And look at the difference it makes. It immediately lifts the eye and is a magic eraser if you came down too low with your shadow at any point. Always do your concealer after your eyeshadow. Better yet, do your foundation after your eyeshadow. I clean up a little spot on my chin here, make sure everything's nice and covered. I had done my foundation quite a while before shooting this eye look. All right, let's go ahead and mix our bronzer with our illuminator. Illuminator is our highlighter, and in this case, our illuminator is actually inlaid with perfume. I have perfume number 3. It's my favorite, and by adding that illuminator with my bronzer at the same time, it's really going to give me that shimmery glow. Our bronzer, Bella, is a matte bronzer. It doesn't have shimmer to it, but every once in a while, if I'm looking for a super glowy look, I will mix it with my illuminator. In this case, it's rose gold, and I will give myself a little extra glow. Taking that bronzer right up on my temples, giving myself some warmth and dimension. Honestly, when I finish this look, and you'll see I'll put a still picture in the thumbnail as well, it became one of my favorite looks, and I'm so glad I filmed it because I love to replicate it. It just was so summery and beautiful. Taking a little bronzer down my neck, just because my neck is so light. Now I'm going to take that same color I put on my eyes, and I'm going to put it on my cheeks, kind of tying in the eye and the cheeks together. Such a beautiful coral peachy color. Great for summer, and honestly just a really good everyday lip and cheek color. Because our lip and cheeks are so highly pigmented, you really don't need much to give yourself a little bit of color in the face. Take a little more of that rose gold illuminator, putting it on the high points of my face to give me just an added glow. It's so pretty. Nice and subtle. If you like a subtle highlight, I really do recommend the cream highlighter over the powder. And as I get older, I'm shying away from more of the blinding highlight and leaning more towards a candelit glow. Let's do the lips. I'm going to go ahead and take that pencil brush by Morphe and use my contour in the shade Astoria. And this is the contour I used on my cheeks as well, so I'm getting another use out of it. And I'm going to go ahead and contour my lips before filling them. Just going to take a moment to kind of soften that with my finger. We don't want any harsh lines for our lip liner. We're just looking for a soft contour and to give me a little fullness. Then we're going to take that Frenchie again that's on my cheeks and on my eyes, and we're going to put it on my lips. You guys, when I tell you these products are so multi-useful, they really are. Now here I get a little creative with my lip color. I feel like that's just a little too nude for me. It washes me out. Let's go ahead and add Tropicana, which is a orange gloss. It's pretty sheer, but it does add just a bit of color. But I'm gonna think in just a second, it's still a little neutral. I want to add a little bit of a pop to it, and I'm going to add the color Ruby, which is a pinky berry red toned gloss, and I'm just gonna tap that in with it to kind of bring a little bit more of the red tones, and it turns out absolutely perfect. The combination of the three lip and cheeks is so beautiful. Just taking a clear gloss by Wet n Wild. I love a good glossy glowy lip, and it turned out to be just perfect with this look. And that's it. That is my completed look. I'm just adding a little tiny bit more eyeshadow under the eye because, you know, there can just never be too much. And I think there I am going between that pink and the orange color. And then we're going to take that champagne color we picked up earlier for our lid and put that in our inner tear duct. Give us a little pop of brightness right in the inner lid. You'd be amazed what that does for a look. It really does brighten up the eye. And that is the completed look. It came out really beautiful. I felt so gorgeous all day. Just stunning, summery, great look. Let's go look at it in natural light. Here is natural light. I'm just in front of a window. You can see the glow, the texture, and the colors coming through. Just a really beautiful look. And I will link everything below. Thanks for watching.